sarcophagi. You heard some deep voice offer you a deal. Sarcophagi. You heard
Oh
some
God.
deep voice offer you. Ugh, sorry, I heard myself because I did not mute my Twitch page, and okay, it was horrible. I hate hearing my voice. So, I was saying, um, yeah, you heard this deep voice offer you a deal. Um, should you wish to accept it, they would bestow upon you a gift. Um, both Ozzy and Amnon, you accepted their gift, but Hanu refused his, and you each gained something in return for accepting their accepting them within you, basically. Um, with no other visible exits around you, you made your way back to the grand hall and tried to sneak from the balcony using ropes down to the hall and try to see how to ambush the creature that was there. Ozzy jumped on the statue and he fell. Um, Unfortunately, he wasn't able to grab onto the statue and fell to the ground, and then the creature appeared and threw a fireball at him. Tehanu was able to sneak up to it and do some damage, and then all hell broke loose. Um, but then the creature escaped again, teleporting itself somewhere else. Aaron jumps and she's able to catch herself on the arm of the statue, and peering into the dark void of the statue's face, she realizes that it's hidden from sight by using magical darkness. So she uses dispel magic to dispel the darkness, and that allowed you all to see that the statue's head is empty inside and the creature is hiding behind it and sniping you from the eye holes. You all concentrate your attacks through that small slit and are able to actually hit quite efficiently um, in there. Um, Ozzy finds a hidden door behind the statue, destroys it, and rushes up the stairs. Inside, you find a hobbit-like cozy dwelling in which the Arcanalot had already died. You plunder its magical robe and his spellbook, and that's where we left off. What do you
Can
guys
I
want
make
to
a
do?
request?
Yes.
There is something, I don't know if Iron hears it. Maybe it's just me. But there's something with your when you talk,
Uh-huh.
there's like some sort of reverb that sounds like
Weird.
you hear it, Darcy, or am I crazy?
With his voice, no, but
Okay, maybe it's me. I don't know. Alright, never mind.
Okay. So you're crazy. It's official.
no, no.
Um. Okay. You want to like disconnect and reconnect, or want me to switch servers or something?
It was there last week, so I don't know if disconnecting and reconnecting will help. But it's fine, don't worry. It's fine. I can still hear you. It's just it's like in the background of when you
Okay.
I do know what you're talking about, though.
And it's not like the playlist music from the game or something. It's just when I talk.
it's not happening anymore. That's super weird.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever.
It's like a loose cord or something that moves around, or like you move the mic or something when you're talking.
Maybe I don't know.
That noise.
This.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, well, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's get into it.
All right. Okay. So, what do you guys want to do?
Um, I am going to. Uh, is this a door?
It's
Right here?
a broken door. Let me get you the description of that thing. So this is the shattered balcony that was above you, right? And you have Beyond it, you have the amber doors that once sealed this great stone room have been smashed, their pieces lying amid crushed bones, armor, and weapons. Because from where you are, I think you can see a little bit into
Yeah, I
the
see.
room.
There's like a body.
Oh, by the way, Darcy, if you click on the actors tab, you know the actors tab, like the one, like there's the combat one and the one next to it, I think.
Okay.
It has like three people on it. There's
Says
a
DM
little,
tools, playable characters, unused actors.
Mm-hmm.
yes, that. There's a search bar, and right next to it, there's a little eye icon. If you click on it, you get to see the whole party's HP in a nice little thing. I thought you might find it useful.
Ah, thank you.
And now also, if you hover your tokens, you can see a little thing that gives you your AC and things like that. Your passive perception,
I
passive
noticed
insight.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here and look what's going on in here.
Okay. So you find yourself in this room that is filled with bones, armor, weapons, all sorts of. It looks like it's an armory potentially, but it's completely shattered. It was plundered potentially. It's do a perception check, please.
Sorry.
Okay. Um, you do see some blood in this corner, a corpse that seems to be relatively fresher.
Oh, that's fun.
Nicely done. Uh, so yeah, there's a corpse there that seems to be relatively more fresh than the others, but you do see um, four corpses that have been here for quite a long time, amid all of the junk that is here. It's not junk; it's like shattered armors and weapons and stuff like that.
Is there anything salvageable?
Um, you can try to investigate and see if you can find anything salvageable or not.
Well, first let me go look at this dead guy over here. What am I looking at?
Um, from the looks of it, it's do a medicine check, please. Okay. So from the looks of it, it's a potentially an adventurer that has died here. Um, you can't determine how he died, but yeah, looks from how he's dressed and all that seems to be like a potentially a ranger that was killed here.
Hey, Iron. Can you? You're far better at this than I. Can you take a look and see if you can determine what killed this poor guy?
Nope.
Nope. I'm gonna. Uh,
There's some dust in
uh,
her eyes.
I'm gonna see if he has any. Does he have a driver's license or any other form of government issued identification? Uh,
Okay, now would be the time for your investigation check. Hmm?
Oh, that's my roll. I don't mind me.
I'm
Maybe we should take my roll.
gonna ask Irina or not Irina, Esmeralda to come investigate because she is
Yeah,
better at this than.
let me bring her in.
Apparently, she's not.
Okay. So one thing that's going to happen as you are looking around um, the room, basically, as well as the corpse, is that you are going to disturb something as you suddenly feel Let me see. That's going to happen on Ozzy because of his natural one. Okay. You feel something slam into you. It doesn't hurt you. However, I would like you all to roll initiative, please. And who wants to roll for Tehanu and Durek?
Well, for why don't we just do this for right now? Let's just say he hasn't entered the room, so he's not going to be
Okay.
in the initiative because I don't. He's coming. So
Mm-hmm.
what we can do is maybe put him outside, just outside, so he's not engaged in combat, and then when it starts, he can roll into the initiative. Because I don't know that we want us to active.
Okay. How about Tehanu?
Oh yeah. Let me open up another window.
Let me
I'll do
see. Does
Tihano.
anyone have access to Tehanu's character? No. Who wants to take control of Tehanu?
I'll do Tihano.
Okay. There you go.
Can we put him in here at least? So
Yeah, he was just looking around. Okay. He's with you. And mm, yeah. Okay. Cool. So, initiative. Something
hold
slammed
on, hold
into you,
on,
Ozzy.
hold on. I have to roll. Did I roll his initiative?
Not for Tehanu yet. You have to select his token and then roll it.
Oh, son of a! Oh, he's gonna be so fucking pissed.
He
So,
is.
the initiative order does not show, didn't differentiate between Esmeralda and me because I didn't click on her.
Oh yeah, sure.
My roll's a 3 and hers is 11.
Okay. She's 11, and you are 3. Thank you. Okay, I'll stop this super annoying music. Thank you very much. And let's switch to combat music. Okay. What would Tehanu want to do? He doesn't know what hit you. I assume you reacted. Um, but yeah.
I I don't know if. I mean, I'm assuming he saw me kind of get jostled.
Yeah.
Uh, he's gonna call out, "Who goes there?" and cast. I don't know if he can. I don't know what his deal is, but can he cast? He's assuming something is invisible. So
He
can
is.
his?
I believe he used his fairy fire once already today, and it's once per day.
Oh, all right. So he's going to use his action to try to perceive.
He can try that. He can also try to attack randomly by specifying a like a square, basically, and it would be at disadvantage in that case. But that's
If
one of the
assuming it's
possibilities.
in the square.
Exactly. Like I can say it's missed, and you don't know if it's missed because there's nothing there, or if it's because he
Okay.
actually missed.
So he's gonna. All right. He'll take a swing. 17
Where exactly?
in front of him.
In front of him. Okay. Um, it's going to hit. and he deals 8 damage to something.
Does it get sneak attack?
Not with disadvantage, no.
I know, I'm joking. Okay, and in true Tahanu fashion, this cup right here on the floor, can I hide behind it?
You can try. um,
What did I miss?
we were talking
I
about you.
Nice.
You missed that. Well, we waited a while, and then we just barely started like 15 minutes ago. And they came into this room over here and found lots of armor and broken armor, broken weapons, like old, plundered armory potentially. There's some old corpses, some new corpses, and as they investigated, something pushed against Ozzy, and you're all in initiative. You were outside. You haven't gotten in yet, so you're hearing the yells from inside.
you should be like
Okay.
right by the door, and so you can roll your initiative, and then on your turn you can move in and engage. I figured you're coming any second, so I didn't feel the need to like pull up your character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will roll initiative. Oh, that's terrible initiative.
Actually, you're in the correct order. We haven't gotten to 7 yet, so
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and am I sitting in the middle of the room still? I feel like it would have been
no,
closer to that door.
yeah, you should be. As I mentioned to
You can be
you should be
closer.
like. That's fine.
Can I bring my shield guardian like up to the doorway?
Yep.
Cool.
And roll for it as well, please. Okay. Tanu's turn is done. Now this dude is going to let me see.
Did I see it hit? Like I would have seen his weapon connect with something.
You saw some sort of source of sparks, maybe. You're not entirely sure. He felt some resistance on his sword. Okay. At this point, there is going to be a. Let me see. Against Amnon, please do a strength check.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I save?
You did. So you feel like something is trying to move you somehow, but you're able to like hold your ground, and not get moved by whatever force that was.
Something is pushing me. Is it like a force across my entire body, or is it like localized, like someone's shoving me with their hands or something like that?
More like your whole body trying to move, like with some sort of telekinetic force.
Okay.
Ozzy, what do you do?
I'm going to attack in front of me because I saw like I would have seen that his Tahanu would swing, and his swing clearly wasn't just in air, like there was something there. So I would move forward and try to take a swing of my.
As you do, you feel a faint breeze on your neck. Keep going.
On my neck?
Yeah.
Like in the front of my neck or the back of my neck?
The back of your neck.
Alright, I turn and swing behind me.
Where exactly?
Over here.
Where you were?
Yeah.
Okay. They both miss.
Okay.
Or, since I'm a nice DM, the first one misses. Do you want to specify a different
Swing in
target?
front of me now. Yeah, the first one swings, miss, and then the second one I'll turn around really fast and swing in front, like over here.
So between you and...
Yeah.
Okay. Also miss.
Okay.
Shield Guardian, what do you want to do?
Shit. What way was the thing? Was Amnon being pushed or trying to be pushed?
It was you were trying to be pushed in this direction. Let me see. Yeah, like, come on, like this.
Okay. What's this red bloody thing here? I kind of missed this. Is
Oh,
this just
that's
a dead
like
body?
a pool of blood and some red, some
The dead body of a
blood.
ranger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recently dead.
I'm gonna move the shield guardian um, into the room, like
Mhm.
here-ish, and he can swing twice. So I'll get him to swing like, whoops,
Slam
yeah,
into.
like a slam, yeah, a slam like right there and like right there.
Okay, roll for it at disadvantage.
1 sec. I don't know how to roll attack. I forget. It's been too long.
Well, you have his character sheet.
Oh, oh no, that's not.
Um, do you want his character sheet on D&D Beyond, and you can roll from it directly?
Yeah, that'd be great.
There. Sent you the link.
Thank
You
you.
should be able to roll from it. Okay. They both miss.
I don't think there's anything there.
Okay, Esmeralda, what do you want to do?
She's kind of confused with where to go swing, so she's gonna move over here and try to take a swing in front of her with one of her attacks.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Fail.
Okay. You said Tahano actually hit something?
Yeah.
She's gonna take a step forward and swing again.
Okay. Hits.
Hey, and then her other one with her other action to hit the.
Okay. You see a sort of puff of um, something and a scream. You hear a shriek as there seems to be like a mist that solidifies in front of her and then just puffs away.
Does that end combat?
Nope.
Seems really weird.
That's her 3 attacks. Okay. Now she's going to get 18. That hits her, and so she gets a 6 damage as something slams into her somehow. No, sorry, actually. No. It's 4 damage, not 6, as um, one of the shields that was on the ground just starts to hover and then just telekinetically just slams into her. That's why. And then you are going to see a sword from over here that just gets slammed into Ozzy, but doesn't hit as Ozzy avoids it. Iron, what do you do?
Can I like try to do a cantrip where she's at?
Yeah.
I know. I just would like to do Toll the Dead over where I saw the puff of smoke.
Okay. So it's wait, a Toll the Dead is supposed to be how exactly?
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not an attack; it's a save, or is it? Let me check.
Yeah, it has to make a
Yeah,
wisdom
it's you.
save.
No, you point at one creature you can see within range, so you can't see anything, so you can't use Toll the Dead.
Then I pass.
Okay. You don't want to like you
You
don't
can
want to
ready an
use something
action.
else.
No, we haven't had a long rest, so I don't have any spells to do, and there's already crowded over there.
You still have your mace.
No. You can ready a Toll the Dead if you see it, or you can ready like a holy flyer or whatever the other thing is. If for when and if an enemy creature appears.
Yep.
I'll hold Toll the Dead.
Okay. So you ready hold the dead for whenever you see something, you will throw it at it. Okay. It's Tehanu's turn. What is he going to do?
He is going. Uh, the room you said,
Mm-hmm.
is it like dusty, dirty?
It's relatively dusty. Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna swoop down and grab up a whole bunch of dust
Mm-hmm.
and fling it to where he saw Irina was able to land a hit, hoping to land some of the dust on the creature.
Okay. Do a dexterity check for me.
Saving throw or check?
Check.
So just check straight down.
Yeah. Okay. So he grabs the dust from the ground and throws it in front of him. It doesn't seem like there's anything in there that gets caught on the dust, but Esmeralda gets some on her face. Let me check something. Um, okay. That ends his turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see another another yeah, okay. Amnon, do another strength check for me,
Is it strength check or saving throw?
please. A check, I believe. Yeah, it's a check. Okay.
Getting lucky.
You get that same feeling again, but you're able to grab hold and not get thrown around. Okay, Ozzy, what do you do?
Wait, did my turn get skipped?
Hey, where are you?
No, you're 7 and I'm like 17.
Yeah, but he's not on the
Yeah, but
tracker.
you went last turn.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't go. Yeah, you let him his shield guardian go, you didn't let him go.
Yep. Okay, I'm just Take your turn now.
Okay. Do we know how many things there are, or do we not know at all?
You
No
don't.
clue.
I kind of want to do something, but it may like backfire a whole bunch because it may just like do a bunch of damage to us and kill us. Or maybe I'll just blast stuff randomly. Which way did the mist dissipate after Esmeralda hit it?
It just seemed to like blow away.
So it didn't like go a certain direction or anything like that.
No.
Damn. You make this so difficult.
I know. It's a little annoying encounter. Enjoy.
I'm just gonna do. I don't know. I don't want to kill us. How much health does everyone have?
Let's see.
I have 44 health.
So it actually could kill you.
Oh shit. What are you gonna do?
I want to do sickening radiance.
Okay.
I have. It's not my turn.
How bad is that?
It's
Radiance.
4d10.
Oh, it's the one that you did before.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it can't kill him. At 4d10, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't, but it would come close if he got really unlucky.
Yeah, he would get some damage.
And I think that damage persists until you drop it, right?
No, it's just once. Maybe.
No, it's
Yes, whenever it starts its turn there.
yeah, for the 10-minute concentration, it's gonna be there.
Yeah. So you would probably kill me.
Okay, I'll just blast randomly.
Okay, give me positions where you want
I'm
to be
going
blasting.
to blast right like. Oh, what's going on? I'll blast like right here and then like right here.
That was a very long here. Where exactly?
Like in that direction. Like I'll blast like in this
okay.
direction, and then I'll blast over that direction.
Okay.
Hopefully between my shield guardian's legs.
Yeah. Roll for it. The first one will be. Is this one right?
That's correct.
This one. Okay. It slams into the wall. Nothing seems to happen. Roll the second one. Oh, you rolled twice.
I rolled them
okay.
Both. Yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, the first one, the same result, and the second one does hit something, and you deal some damage. You hear a little shriek.
Can you see where like the Eldritch Blast hit something?
Yeah, like
abouts.
Right here, you see the energy force seems to have slowed down and passed through this little thing, and then it just dissipated again as it went out the other side.
Cool.
Okay, Ozzy, what do
behind
you?
you, Ozzy.
Okay, I'm gonna shout. Hold your actions, and because I can't say a lot because it's a very brief amount of time, and then as an action, I am going to invoke my divines, which allows me to know the exact location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
And then as soon as I see where it is, my finger's going there.
Okay. Knowing that there was one that just appeared to you all, right? But I don't know if you were paying attention. But you are able to see, and I'm just going to show them to you, their positions.
Oh shit.
And that's what you see as you do your... it doesn't last, right? It's a paint.
It's until it lasts until the end of my next turn. Sorry. It says... wait. until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
I know exactly where they are.
Okay, cool.
So, but that's my action, so I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But once I pointed, Iron is holding her action, so she can now let loose.
That's true. Actually, Iron would have already seen the one that was behind you, so your action would have triggered already.
So it needs to make it.
I would have saw it after Amnon hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I get a make a save?
Yeah, it was told the dead, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's wisdom.
Yes.
Okay. It rolled a 1.
Well, and do I know if it's hurt?
You do because it got
It
hit by
is,
the.
Because you saw it after it got hurt. So yeah, as the force from Amnon's thing passed through it, and it appeared to you, you hit it with your Toll the Dead, and at the same time, you feel it get hurt by the bells in its mind, whatever mind it has, and wait, it's necrotic, right? It's actually immune to necrotic damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's necrotic damage, so it wouldn't have. But yeah, you see it, you feel it, and you see that it doesn't seem to have any effect on it, and that's where it disappeared at the same time. Okay. All right. Now, Ozzy, you did your thing. Everyone sees where. Well, you see where they all are, and
I
you're
see
able
where they
to
are, and
quickly
I'm pointing
point.
them out.
Yeah, and you do that. Okay, Shield Guardian. What is he gonna do?
Can you put them on just for
I
the
will
sake of?
put them on until the end of your next turn. I think
That's fine.
that's fair. Shield Guardian, what do you do?
The Shield Guardian is going to smack the one right behind him.
Okay, smack it. Yeah, you just see it hit something, and the thing just shrieks and then disappears.
Nice. I think I killed it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely did. All right. Esmeralda, what do you do?
I'm trying to figure out which one's closer for her to move to. Okay, cool. Move to this one and do her attacks.
If
Okay.
she moves over here, she'll have advantage.
This was 25 feet already to here.
Oh wait, actually, Shield Guardian, it's at disadvantage because they are still technically invisible.
Oh.
Right. And actually, they both miss, unfortunately. So,
She's not dead.
yeah. So Esmeralda, I'll just put her back where she was, and she knows that there's something right to the south of her that is still actually there. Okay. So both at disadvantage, they both hit, and so she deals. So with all three of them, she deals enough damage
More
to
than enough.
actually kill it. Yes. Okay. Now back to Amnon.
Okay, so I'm going to blast. I'm gonna blast the one that's closest to me, I guess.
It would be at this. Oh, it's already at disadvantage because.
Double
Yeah.
disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, the first one missed, the second one hits, and it deals some damage to the thing.
Okay.
Okay. That's your turn?
Yes.
Okay. And this one is going to. You see a. hmm, You see a huge plank of wood that is sitting on the ground that just starts to float and gets thrown across the room in the direction of Iron and just passes right next to her, but doesn't actually hit her and goes out the door outside. Iron, what do you do?
So I don't see any other ones, right?
No, you don't. You've seen the one that you tried to hit earlier, and you've seen that Amnon tried to hit one behind him, but that's it.
Okay. Well, already Sacred Flame for when.
Well, I'm pointing out where they are.
Yeah, but she can't see it. She needs to be able to see it, not know where it is.
Oh, I thought Sacred Flame was an attack roll. My bad.
Maybe.
It's
Let me
it's
see,
another
actually.
cantrip.
Yeah, but it can be a cantrip that works differently. Let me check.
Is it a save or is it
Flame like radius descends on a creature that you can see within range. So yeah, it's
Okay.
also needs to be
All right. So
something you can see.
okay. So hold on. So the one that's by Amnon, I know there's one over here, roughly.
Yeah, don't forget you still have your mace that you never use, but you still have your mace.
I was gonna do that with Divine Strike.
Divine Strike. What is that?
It's one of my abilities. It does a 1d8 damage with my attack if I hit.
Divine Strike? I don't see it
It's a
anywhere.
cleric ability.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'll attack with my
Okay, so you do an attack with your mace.
yeah.
It
11.
unfortunately doesn't hit.
Okay.
Okay. Tehanu, what is he gonna do?
And he is. I'm trying to get. Well, it's invisible. So I'm trying to get him like to there.
Yeah.
So because he knows it's here, he just doesn't know exactly where it is. But flanking removes disadvantage.
Yeah, it
Because
would remove
advantage?
disadvantage.
So it's a straight attack roll.
Yeah, and he would still get the sneak attack because it's not with disadvantage, and you are within
Right.
5 feet.
Exactly. So that's why he's going to attack with his rapier.
Okay, that's
And-
going to destroy the thing.
He doesn't have a second attack.
Nope.
So I'm fairly certain that, and I would like to hide underneath a pebble.
Okay, he hides underneath a pebble.
He actually does, though.
So he has a pebble on top of his head right now.
Yes. And his hand is covering his eyes, and he's like, "You can't see me! You can't see me! You can't see!
He's totally convinced that he's
I'm invisible!"
All right, so now what's going to happen is Iron is going to get hit by a forceful slam. It's a 10 to hit, so it misses. That's going to be its turn. Ozzy, you can still see exactly where it is.
And I have advantage on my attack now.
And you have advantage.
And I need to be looking at my character sheet, not the paladin class. Okay.
Okay. Okay. It's enough to kill it. And so you hear one last shriek as the poltergeist dissipates into a puff of mist, and you find yourselves in this empty room, and you, Ozzy, you cannot see any other threats within the room.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that worked. Jeez.
Oh, it did. Definitely. That that definitely helped a lot. Happy to see divine sense being used in a tactical, um, like combat situation.
Mm-hmm.
As he's our hero.
Nah. I was just like, there, go.
Behind you.
Okay, so, is there anything other? So this dead body, can we search it and see if there's anything that we glean from, like if it has any gear, equipment, any identifying features? Is it an elf? Is it a human? Is it?
Yeah, sure. So you did your investigation checks already before combat. There's really not much that you can find in this room, unfortunately, other than the poltergeists. That body seems to be a little old, like a few years compared to the centuries of the other ones. It's from the bone structure, Iron is able to deduce that it might have been an elf, though not entirely sure because it has rotted away mostly. But yeah, there's not that much interesting here.
Okay.
What do you want to do now?
Um. Well, okay. So we haven't looked. So this room, I don't think there's anything. Can we check the walls and see if there's any hidden doors or passageways or anything?
Yes.
Or actually have Esmeralda check for hidden whatchamahooies and thingamabobs?
Sure, Esmeralda will do a investigation check. And she looks everywhere. She doesn't seem to be able to find any hidden doors or anything in this room. Um, and yes, that's all.
So, I have an idea. Well, there's the door. There's the crumbled balcony upstairs but there's a door there, and there was a similar door to what we had on the other side. Uh, Amnon, I know you can just walk up there, but that doesn't really help us all get up there. What if I were?
Yeah.
What if?
Sure. How tall's your shield guardian? Can we climb up it?
Oh, maybe.
Good question. Let me check. Shield Guardian is. It doesn't specify its size. I know it's large. I don't know what large exactly means in terms of height, but you do know it's 30 feet from one.
So it's not 30
balcony.
feet tall.
It wouldn't be 30 feet tall.
I have an idea though.
It's a large is 10 by 10. How tall is the balcony, sorry? 30 feet, you said?
Yeah, the balcony was at 30 feet high. And large is 10 by 10. That's not the size of the creature. It's the area that it controls, basically.
Yeah.
Right, during combat. Okay.
So I have an idea though.
Mm-hmm.
The previous, what was it, 2 weeks ago? We were in that room with where we got the decanter or whatever with the wine or whatever.
Yeah.
There was a table.
Yeah.
How long was that table? Because I think it was really long.
Yeah.
Okay, can I go and run up to that room and push the table out? Like, it's gonna be a nightmare to move around, physically, and actually, do this, but basically go up there,
Mm-hmm.
and what I'll do is I'll push the table down, and then the shield guardian can kind of slowly like help me angle it, and we can basically build a ramp with that table
Mm-hmm.
up to the door.
Using the shield guardian as counterweight.
Because I'm I'm sliding the table down. I want him to catch it so that it like slowly. I don't want to
Oh,
like chuck the table down, right?
oh,
Because
down.
then
Okay.
so right now the table is upstairs. I'm gonna slide it so that it angles downwards, and he's gonna help because I'm assuming the shield guardian is relatively strong. Is gonna basically just kind of help like pull as I'm pushing, so that and it's also like heavy, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna it can make it so that the table just doesn't crumble and fall.
Mm-hmm.
And then lean the table on the floor, on the ground floor, up to the doorway on the
Okay. So you want to use it as a ramp from the first floor to the second floor. Okay.
correct.
Okay. I thought you meant like from that room to the next one.
I mean, we could do that if that makes. I don't know how. Like, I don't know how crumbled it is. You know what I mean?
Well, the balcony completely crumbled, so it's like
Right.
open area right now.
So then there's nothing. I'm assuming that door upstairs is closed.
Yeah.
So there's nothing for me to lean the table against for it to hold on to. And I'm assuming it's like a
Mm-hmm.
flat.
Relatively, yeah. Okay.
So like essentially, what I'm looking to do
So
is
so here's your two choices. You can the way that I saw it, which is I'm just going to suggest it, is you use Amnon's climbing ability to go to the other side, open the door, help maneuver the table to place it properly,
yeah.
while the shield guardian steps on it to act as a counterweight so it doesn't just like drop down. Or what you were suggesting would be to use it as a ramp and then climb up it, even though like it would be a slick ramp, and then try to pull yourselves from the top of it because it's about 30 feet long, a little less, but let's assume it's 30 feet. And then you would put it at an angle, but then you would just pull yourselves one after the other to go into that room. So those would be your two choices, I assume, unless you have other ideas. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, does that sound good to you guys?
So what
Sure.
choices do you wanna? Which choice do you want to go with?
Wait a second. I can fly.
You can.
Can I just?
You can fly. And I think it's
Okay.
once per short rest or once per day. I don't remember what I gave you.
I don't remember. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sprout my wings, and I want to make this easy, like just to simplify things, because we can
Wait, as he
debate.
has wings?
Yeah, he got that by as a gift from Argenvost.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay. So I'm gonna pop my wings. I'm gonna fly up and open the door
Mm-hmm.
and see if anything tries to kill me.
Okay, you
And
wanna look inside?
I'm gonna look inside.
Okay. So you look inside. You can switch to the upper level if you want, and I'll open that door for you. And so there. What you see is. Let me describe that for you. Uh, the bare stone room consists of a foyer to the east and a shrine to the west. Candlesticks draped in cobwebs stand in the four corners of the foyer. In the shrine, a faceless obsidian statue stands in a raised alcove at the western end of the chamber. Slumped before the statue are two desiccated corpses in tattered garments. Two pairs of alcoves line the north and south walls of the shrine. Also, please do a wisdom save intro. Good, good, good. So you get there and you see the obsidian statue is it's absolutely exquisitely made and it's beautiful and you feel this attraction toward it like oh my god it's so beautiful but then you just shake your head and say not the time and you poke back out. Right, so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna. Well,
Can you lower
you said that the beauty of this thing is what affected me.
Let me just check something.
From your description.
Mm-hmm. Um,
It-
I don't know if you know that. Let me check.
well, I'm assuming with a 20 on my wisdom save. I
Yeah, like you were able to shake it off, whatever that was, but like more like you were wise enough to think it's not the time to be looking at that statue. But
Okay,
you
so
don't know
oh
that.
wait, okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
If I'm wise enough to know this is not the time to be looking at this thing,
Mhm.
I know I have some friends who like to stare at shit. So I'm going to grab like my cloak or like a shirt or something like that and try to cover because I'm gonna bring my friends up here and I don't want that statue affecting them.
Okay. So you take your what cloak?
Like my cloak or whatever and just cover it up.
Okay.
And then I fly down and I grab my friends and I go, "Don't look under the cloak. Like it's weird." And
Don't look under the cloak.
don't look under the cloak. It's not for you. And I especially give Amnon a stern, like, really, no, seriously, don't look under the cloak.
Okay.
Okay.
So your flying ability lasts for about 10 minutes. And actually that would be a third option. You can probably lift one after
That's
the
what,
other.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
One by one, I just carry them up
Okay.
and bring them up
Note,
here.
however, note, you can only do it once per day, and you have 10 minutes for it. And if you do that, you don't know if you have an exit strategy. Just
I can tie a rope to something and we can shimmy down the rope.
okay, sounds good to me. All right. So if you all want to go back to that other thing, I'll just activate that map. Okay, so you arrived there. I think you all heard the description already. There you go. Okay, so what do you want to do here?
So it looks like there's a door here.
Where's the cloak?
But it's over here.
Most
So
of these
Han
body
was
things
here.
look
If the Han was here, he would totally be peeking under the cloak.
We can make him. Like, I did that. Look, I did it. If you think Tehanu would do it, like, let's have Tehanu walk over and be like, I can do whatever I want. And he's going to peek under.
I think he would more like remove the cloak, but
No, I'm going to make him peek under the cloak because I'm in part.
you're controlling him. Okay, so he peeks under the cloak. Do a wisdom saving throw, please, for Tehanu.
If I kill. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's -1.
He's not very wise.
Oh, well. Maybe
Okay.
that's enough.
He actually fails,
If I killed him.
and he's going to, as he fails, he's going to take off that cloak that is on on the statue. And let me see. Yeah, so he's going to be completely enamored with the statue. He's going to remove the cloak and just like hug it and stand next to it. By doing that, Anyone who is facing in that direction, meaning everyone, please roll a wisdom saving throw.
I already saved. Do I have to save
No,
again?
you're fine. So Amnon, you find it absolutely beautiful,
My
and
bad.
you also make your way
I
towards.
did the wrong thing.
Oh,
It was
okay,
supposed
yeah.
to be +6.
Okay, no change though. Iron, you're safe. Please do Esmeralda as well.
I did.
Oh, okay.
She's a 15 because she's next to me.
Mhm. I was
15?
wondering if
You mean
Amnon, because he
14?
has his aura. Yeah, 14.
Wait, how far away from Z do I have to be?
It's +4. Actually, wait, no.
Wait.
It's +5 now. It's +5 on
Oh
saves.
shit! Because of your charisma.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Amnon gets +5, Esmeralda gets +5, Iron gets
Okay,
+5.
but Amnon, you didn't do wisdom save.
Yeah, I didn't do wisdom save. It was supposed to be +6 instead of +1.
No, just re-roll it, please.
Okay.
Okay, +5, right? And Esmeralda was 11 plus 5, that's 16. And so Esmeralda and Anna, you barely pass the wisdom save. You're like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And then Ozzy just clears his throat, and you're like, yeah, okay, maybe not the time. But Tahanu, he's completely like, he's gaga. He's just looking at it. What do you want to do?
There's a door here.
Mm-hmm. You can open the door.
Can we check in for traps?
Sure. Investigation check.
I can investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my food's here.
Bon appetit.
Oh, look at that.
No danger that you can see. No traps.
Cool.
Well, you can go in if you want. I'll follow. I just noticed there's a door here, so.
Yeah. So anyone opening that door?
I open the door.
Okay. You peek inside, and it looks pretty similar to the other room you've seen on the other side. It's a narrow room that has an arrow slit in the center of the south wall. Amber glazed walls, not much special or different from uh, the other one.
No green flames, cold things.
What?
Nothing's trying to attack us.
No, nothing tries to attack you. What do you do?
Is there anything in the room?
No, it's empty. Like the small room or the one you currently are in?
The small room.
The small room, no, it's just empty. Just like the other one was. It's just like very small, narrow room with an arrow slit at the end and nothing. There probably used to be like archers being posted there for protection, but it just looks empty right now.
Alright. That seems like a bit of a room for nothing. Are there... Can we search for secret doors then?
Where do you want to search? In that room?
Not in the little one, in the big one.
Okay. Do an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, good thing.
Good thing for the advantage. So, Esmeralda starts to look around for any secret doors. She doesn't find anything. Then she remembers the secret door on the western side, which looks eerily like symmetrical
Yeah.
from here. And so she starts looking in that same spot, and she does find a secret door, and that's why you had advantage.
Oh, yay!
And yeah, that's why I gave you the advantage. It's because of the symmetry.
Over here?
Yeah, so I'm going to just make that into a normal door, so you can open it.
What's happening to Tehanu?
Tehanu is just like completely ignoring you. He's just looking at that statue, and he seems to be like somewhere else entirely, unaware of his surroundings.
Okay, so can we check this door for traps since it's secret?
Huh? Wait, what just happened? That's weird. Huh. Yes. Do an investigation check for me, please, on the door. The
Yeah,
door
12.
does not seem to be um, to have any kind of um, traps that you can see.
Okay. And she'll open it.
Okay.
Do I
So,
get a sense for how to unenamor Tehanu?
do an intelligence check for me, Ozzy. And well, I'm trying to figure out something because I had some.
I mean, because I already tried covering it. Can I just try covering it up again?
You can try, yeah.
I'll just try covering it up again.
Okay, you cover it up again, and he seems dazed and to be coming out of whatever spell he was under. And do that that intelligence check while you're at it, just for fun. And
You want to laugh at me? So.
I am a little
Intelligence
annoyed.
check?
Yeah, intelligence. Yeah, you're like, okay, whatever. You shrug and keep it covered, and that's it. um, and I am a little bit annoyed because I had some note written on my map, and I can't find the note anymore. And it's there you go. Had to switch. Huh, that's weird. I have some bug apparently somewhere that made some of the drawings I had not drawn themselves. Okay, cool. So, who was it? Iron Esmeralda who opened the secret door?
Esmeralda.
Okay, so as Esmeralda opens the door, she suddenly gets pushed back as a literal avalanche of skulls, hundreds of skulls, just
No.
fall out of the cavity that was behind the door and just spill all over the ground in front of her.
That's gross.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can she... Oh. Is there anything behind all the skulls?
She can start to wade through them and see if you can find anything. But it's like it, it's a space that she can't see the other side of it. It's just full of skulls right now.
Alright, well, I'll sister will move skulls out of the way.
Both of you together. Okay, so it's going to take about 2-3
I'll help.
minutes.
Yeah, that's all help.
Okay, so everyone starts helping, and it takes a lot less time. But you're able to clear out enough of the skulls to notice two things. It's a 5 foot deep um, place thing, whatever, and there's just a wall on the other side, nothing there. But you do see attached to the 30-foot high ceiling um, an upside down iron chest with a barrel shaped lid.
Iron.
I can get it.
Yeah.
Wait, it's on the roof?
Can you do a perception check for me at the same time, please?
Ooh.
Sure, Iron. You do notice something iron that is engraved on the um, on the lid itself of the chest, but you don't really know the language, um, and it's upside down, so it's a little difficult anyway.
You see the chest is up on the roof.
Yeah, it's upside down on the ceiling.
I'm gonna. Can I just walk up there?
You can use the remaining skulls to kind of climb over them to
No, I just
reach
want
it.
to walk on the. I just want to walk on the
Oh, right,
walls.
you can walk on walls. Sure, yeah.
Is it like stuck? How is it affixed to the ceiling?
So you can try to pull on it and see uh, what happens.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Um, it's stuck. Yeah, it's absolutely super well glued to the ceiling. You're not sure if it's magical or some other way that this chest is um, on the ceiling. You don't see any nails or anything, but it just seems to be glued on the ceiling.
Hmm. Interesting.
Hmm?
It seems to be stuck on the ceiling, you guys.
That seems odd.
Can I get a better look at the whatever markings are on it now that I'm here?
Yes, sure. Let me see. Do do an intelligence check for me.
One sec.
Okay. You are smart enough to know that this is written in Celestial, but you don't know the language.
I speak and read Celestial.
Really?
How does he get up here?
I fly up there and I look at it. What is this?
We're going to say that by this time, with the searching of the room and the clearing of the skulls, the wings have already retreated back into your body. So you can't fly up there, but you can use the mass of skulls to like climb a little bit
Okay.
towards it, close enough um, to read what's written on it, and it says in Celestial. Greed has no place in the heart of the scholar, for the truest treasure is knowledge.
Does that imply we should open it?
You would think so. I mean, maybe that's why there's all the skulls, but I don't know.
It is kind of odd. There's a lot of skulls here.
Yeah.
Well,
What did you say?
does anyone have a way to? I'm assuming it's locked, correct?
Um, you don't know. You can check.
Can I like build a ramp of skulls and kind of climb up and try to see if it's locked?
You can do that. Yeah. Because so far I've assumed that you've cleared enough of it to see the back wall and to see the chest on top of there, but you haven't cleared the entire space out, right? Because I mean, clearly you would see the chest above before you emptied the place, and so that's why I'm assuming that there's enough
Yeah.
skulls there for you to reach it. Um, um, how do you want to check if it's locked? Hmm?
Uh, he can try opening it or no?
Yeah, I think that would work, right? Just try to open it.
Or
Yeah.
just
Okay.
just investigate it. What can you investigate?
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to see if it's unlocked.
Yeah, I'm down to do that. That's a good idea.
So you try to see if it's locked or not. You are able to use your vast knowledge to figure out that it is somehow locked by trying to open it and failing. What do you want to do?
Is there a keyhole? Like,
Where's Tahanu, by the way?
he's in here with us.
Okay, he's playing around with you. Okay. Um. There doesn't seem to be a keyhole. Actually, it just seems to be shut,
There seems to be what?
closed shut, but like no keyhole.
Well, I don't know. So there's no traps. Doesn't seem like it's trapped anyways.
With your investigation, no, you don't see any trap on the chest.
It seems to be magically sealed. So, what are some ways to unlock things magically?
Good question. What do you want to do? Well, Ozzy's in there as well. And well, one more person can be there. Esmeralda or Iron. Or actually, you could all fit in there because you're not in combat, so technically you could squeeze in there. What do you guys want to do at this point? Because you've been silent for a bit.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like a warning, but like a fake warning.
I don't know.
Well, can
Normally,
we?
don't put warnings there without a reason.
Yeah.
Does anyone have death ward on them? They can just open it, and if they die, then they'll just bring them back.
Let's clear the skulls out for a minute, and let's check and see if there's anything. Can we check for? This might be a bait. They might be baiting us to like focus on this when there's something better. Like, are there any like hidden like levers or like there might be like a magical switch?
Do investigation to investigate the room.
I want to empty out all the skulls because there might be like a switch underneath.
Okay, so you empty out the whole thing. It takes about 5 minutes. Well, working together, it goes a little faster, and you've already dug in a little bit. So you're able to empty out all of the skulls that were in there, and there's like a huge pile now in the other room. There is no switch, nothing that you can see other than this empty 5-foot square with a chest on the ceiling. But do an investigation check if you want to be looking more carefully or whatever. Okay.
Oh yeah, I helped. Oh, I should have said I just helped.
Okay. You do find that the far wall also seems to be a secret door.
Damn it! I wanted it to be a switch to open the damn chest.
Maybe we should just leave this for now.
Maybe the secret's behind the door.
Maybe. All right, let's open the door. Tahanu opened the door, so if it's poisoned, he gets killed. I'm just kidding.
Tehanu would try to investigate the door first.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing.
Doesn't see anything. He's confident that it's trap free.
Hey guys, I think it's trap free. Open the door.
Open the door. There you go.
Nope, nope,
See?
nope, 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 nope.
This 15-foot high room contains the trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and
You
decorative
scared him
statuary.
away. He's not in Discord. Where'd
What?
he go?
He left Discord.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow.
Where'd you go?
He fainted.
That better not be a goddamn lich. It looks like a lich from here. If that's a fucking lich, I swear to God.
All right, let me read the description here. This 15-foot high room contains the trappings of royalty, ornate furniture, exquisite rugs and tapestries, and decorative statuary. Everywhere you look are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by thick dust and cobwebs. Standing in the center of the room is a decrepit skeleton clad in tattered robes. Red pinpoints of light burn in the skeleton's eye socket. He turns towards you and says, "Do I know you?" Cocking his head, waiting for an answer.
Yes, we're the cleaners. We've come to remove some cobwebs.
Okay. He seems a little confused. Do a persuasion check for me, please.
Okay.
Says, well, it's time you've got here. There's lots of cobwebs. Please come in. Clean it. It will be good.
Well, we heard there was a lot of us, so we brought a whole crew.
Oh, good, good. What's your name?
I am Amnon. I'm a cleaner, and just like my father before him.
Huh. That's interesting. Now, clean. Go on. And he turns back to stare at the wall in front of him.
Are we going in?
Sure. I'll make my way around like the perimeter of the room, just kind of investigating things as I move along and cleaning cobwebs.
I'm going to, just because I have a very, very bad feeling about this, I'm going to activate Divine Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do I sense an undead, a very, very strong undead force in front of me?
You almost retch from the nauseous odor of powerful undead that is in front of you.
God damn it, it's a fucking lich.
Let's try to make small talk.
So, what is your name, friend?
He cocks his head. My name. How peculiar. I seem to have forgotten it. What is yours?
I am Azio Draconis.
Nice to meet you, Azio Draconis.
So, nice place. Is this your home?
He cocks his head around again and looks around. Well, I suppose so. I don't truly remember.
So he doesn't remember his name or like why he's here?
He didn't remember his name, from what he told you.
I rolled a 15 on my insight check.
Oh, insight.
He seems to be particularly confused.
There's my insight.
Holy
Oh.
Jesus!
Yeah,
Amazing.
Iron knows, like, this guy probably has lost his memory for some reason or another.
Oh no. Can I do something about that?
So, let me ask you this, Mister. You forgot your name. Um,
Oh, you know me?
you
I'm
know,
Mister. You forgot your name. Well, nice to meet you. I'm Mister. You forgot your name.
no. That's not your name. I would very much like to be your friend. Um, as we have not met before. Do you know? Do you think of yourself as a friendly type fellow, or are you the angry murder kill type of whatever you?
Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't know.
Would I know if I can help him with his memory?
Do an Arcana check.
I'm not skilled in Arcana, so but I'll roll.
You would know that um, whatever is affecting him, a greater restoration spell would probably recover his memories.
Oh, can I do that?
Sure, if you want.
I would
But
like
if he
to.
recovers his memory and he realizes, he remembers that he's supposed to kill himself.
Do note that the greater restoration consumes 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
Yeah, we got a lot of that, so I have a note of how much, so I'll deduct 100 from it. But
Okay, cool.
do you
So,
guys? Well, I'm going to ask the group. Do you guys? Do
Actually, before she does that,
mhm.
I'm going to kind of usher him uh, over to this chair and ottoman,
Yes.
and I'm gonna have him sit down and make him comfortable. I'm gonna put his feet up, and I'm gonna say, "Listen, friend.
He's just smiling, wondering why you're treating him so nicely. Says,
Just
"Are you
whatever
bringing me
happens,
tea?"
remember, we are friends."
We are friends.
friend.
Yeah,
He
we're
smiles at you
friends.
dumbly. Dumbly? Wait, is that like a word?
Dumbledore?
Dumbly.
With a dumb expression. Do a persuasion check for me, please.
Are you sure you want me to do that?
I want you to do that.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Iron. Greater restoration spell.
Friends.
And you see his dumb expression starts to slowly fade away as you see his face becomes more strong and more sure of himself. Like this spark of, like burning light in his eyes just shines a little brighter, and you can see a spark of intelligence. And he suddenly sits upright and looks at you with a completely new air. Huh. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
My spells. I cannot believe it. I had forgotten all of my spells, and now I remember all of it. All of my power and my knowledge coming back to me.
Are we still friends?
He looks at you. Well, thank you very much for what you did to me. Of course, we are friends.
Can I insight check him?
Sure. Insight check.
Goddamn! 27 insight check.
Hey, you're good with insights today. He smiles. You can see that little spark of how do you say, like playfulness in his voice and in the smile itself, uh, but you don't see any sort of violent or um, deceptive expressions coming off from him.
Okay, good, good, good.
So, my name, if I don't know if you remember the events of like a minute ago
I
when
do.
our dear friend, so you remember my name as the Odric.
Ozzy Odraconis, and I believe Amnon, are you dusting my bed?
Yes,
Well,
it's
keep
very
going.
dusty.
Keep going.
I'm gonna look around for traps and stuff or like secrets while I do this.
Sure, keep going. Do roll a dust broom check, please.
Dust room check.
Investigation. Cool, cool. We'll get to that in a second. Can you show me like you're going counterclockwise in the room?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Especially, I mean, looking at the more important things like all the books and like a lot of
sure.
these books
Are
that are
you
on this
going
bookshelf.
to are you going to dust the lich himself as you pass in front of him?
Unless it maybe if there's like cobwebs on them.
You just said he's a lich. God damn it!
Okay. Um, you do find a bronze covered spell book that is on one of the tables. Um, as you are dusting it, he looks at you and says, "Don't touch," and goes back to talking with Ozzy and Iron. And so he's going to tell you, well, first of all, you asked me a question. Let me answer it. And I can't do a like super weird voice all the time. So, um, my name is Exit Hunter. I am
Did you say your name is Exit Hunter?
Exit Hunter, and Amnon is actually able to see that name written on that spell book and uh, know how it's spelled. Exit Hunter. I am, as you probably have guessed, a lich. Lich? Lich. Um, I used to be quite a wizard in my time. Let me tell you something. I am very grateful for you restoring my memory. I will give you information if you'd like. If you have any questions for me, I am ready to share that with you. But please, if you are to go downstairs in the temple, it can be very dangerous.
Yeah, about that.
I will accompany you, and nobody will hurt you.
Oh. An escort.
Uh,
So let me know if you plan on going downstairs.
yeah. Well,
New buddy.
I appreciate your candor and your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to just kind of because there's some in the I'm a paladin of Bahamut, and we believe that truth is important. Um, yeah, we may have killed your Arcanoloth.
No, Neferon?
He was attacking us pretty violently. Like we tried talking to him, and he wasn't having it. And he threw lots of very very high powerful magic at us, and we tried to reason with him, and we tried to communicate with him, but he just was unrelenting, and those kind of our hand was forced.
I understand. What did you do of his body?
Oh, did we leave it up there?
Yeah, it's in his little like nook.
Very well. How long was this?
few hours. I don't know, not very long. It's just before we came up here, so maybe not even that long. What, like half hour maybe?
All right.
I would say no.
That's
It's
good.
at least a couple hours, or maybe an hour or so.
Very well. I will revive him later then.
But when you do, no hard feelings. I mean, we don't want to.
Well, he's a very sweet soul. I will talk to him.
Much appreciated, friend.
All right. Well, let me see. Let me see. So, you get all of this stuff. Okay, at the start of this chapter. So, he's going to share. Let me share with you a story that I believe you might find interesting, as I can see you are quite powerful adventurers. Not anyone can come into this temple, and especially not defeat Neferon. So you must be seeking some power of some sorts. Am I right?
Yes.
Very well. Would you like to hear about the Ember Temple?
Yeah, definitely. And if you can elaborate on the uh, amber sarcophagi, because I Amnon and myself seem to have had some interactions with them.
Hmm. Okay. Sure, I can do that. All right, I am going to give you access to this thing here. So all players become owners, and I'll show you two guys. I assume you get access to the GM notes that are written there, right?
Yeah, we see them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm supposed to be sharing this information with you. So, um, a secret society of good aligned wizards built the Ember Temple in the Balinat Mountains more than 2,000 years ago. This is Exetanter's voice when he's reading a book. Um, so they needed a vault in which to contain the evil vestiges. This is the answer that you asked in terms of the sarcophagi. Those are remnants of dead malevolent entities they had captured and the hoard of forbidden knowledge they had amassed. They dedicated the temple to a god of secrets, whom they trusted to keep it hidden from the rest of the world until the end of time. Unfortunately for the wizards, even the will of a god couldn't prevent other evil creatures from learning the temple's location. The wizards were forced to guard the temple themselves to keep its secrets from falling into villainous hands. The evil forces that were imprisoned within the temple eventually corrupted the wizards, turning them against one another. The wizards were dead and gone by the time an evil archmage named Exetanter arrived at the temple. He breached the temple's wards, spoke to a vestige trapped in Ember, and discovered the secret to becoming a lich. After his transformation, the lich Exetanter took over the temple. He talks about himself in the third person. That's okay. Took over the temple and turned the skulls of its previous defenders into flame skulls under his command. Exetanter then took it upon himself to watch over the temple, not to hurt its evil secrets, but to share them openly. Meanwhile, the evils within the temple fed on each other, growing in power. When Strahd came to the temple seeking immortality, Exetanter sensed that he was a man of destiny. The evil powers in the temple felt something much stronger, a darkness that eclipsed their own. Strahd communed with these evil vestiges and forged a pact with them. When Strahd later murdered his brother Sergei, the pact was sealed with blood. Strahd transformed into a vampire, and the dark powers turned his land into a prison. Strahd has returned to the temple several times to learn new magic and to find a means of escaping his fate, but dark powers have no intention of giving him up. These recent years have been difficult for Exetanter, whose body and mind have been falling apart. The lich has grown weak and forgetful. He no longer remembers his name or his spells. He knows only that the dark powers that created Strahd's domain were born in the temple, and that these entities feed on the evil that Strahd represents. Strahd is the darkness that sustains them. Characters who visit the temple can sense the presence of a great evil. The dark vestiges imprisoned within the temple will try to corrupt them, offering them secrets and gifts in exchange for the taste of the evil that lurks within their true hearts. Then there's a quote from the Tome of Strahd. So it says here specifically, if the characters restore its memories, the Lich gives them something that I'll give you in a second. It also provides all the information pertaining to Strahd and the temple presented at the start of this chapter. So hopefully that gives you information that was useful to you guys.
Yeah, that was really cool. Hopefully, the people who accepted the gifts didn't enter a terrible pact. While I'm looking for this, I know liches have, what are they called, like phylacteries or whatever they're called, things that they store their soul into. I would like to try to keep an eye out for some such device in this room that he may be hidden.
Okay. So as
I'm
you
guessing
make
he probably doesn't keep it in this room.
as you
Probably
make
not,
your
but you never know.
way around the room, while he's telling the others all the story and you're dusting off all the cobwebs and stuff, you are able to notice, without like opening or anything, but you are able to find and notice there are two secret doors in this room, plus the one that you just came through.
Okay.
All right.
So, Exitanther, um, if one were to be an a recipient of one of these vile spirits, what would be a good way to remove that spirit?
Oh, that that is a question that I have not yet found the answer to.
Okay.
These are dark vestiges, dark. Uh, sorry. Yeah. These are dark vestiges of ancient gods.
Cool.
The gods have been killed, but their soul, perhaps, it still remains. And once it attaches itself to someone, I suppose that by depraving it of what it needs, of its sustainment, it might die off from the connection with you might just die off.
Okay. So, okay. Um, Another question. So we've restored your memory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is that like you still seem frail, and judging from the text that you provided us, or the story you told us, like are you still weakened, or are you back to your normal lichy self?
What your friend here did has restored my mind, but perhaps my body is a bit more frail than I would wish it to be.
Oh, well, I need to take a bit of a long rest to be able to offer help with that.
It's okay. Thank you. My mind, I think. The mind is the most important thing. Do you think that I would have made my body into this form if it wasn't for the knowledge that I was seeking?
It's a fair point.
Is it, would we know if it's late enough in the day to take a long rest? Like, am I close to know, like, if then I would be able to help him the next day?
It's a little late in the afternoon, a little bit too early for a long rest, and the DM is just telling you you don't need to take a long rest right now.
Yeah. Okay. So, do we all know about these hidden doors?
All the Amnon. All right. And so, one last thing, as you were asking about those vestiges, he's going to also give you the information that, because you asked about how they work, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I can actually give you this information here. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's this thing. It actually says if you specifically ask about how they work, to let to give you this information. Um, okay. Um, so what was I going to say? Oh yeah. He's also going to tell you that should you wish to gain more power or to explore the temple, like I said, let me know so I can accompany you, and no harm will happen to you. And I know you're strong, and you even defeated Nephron, but he's not the most dangerous thing in this place. Each room where the sarcophagus lays is locked with an arcane lock that only opens when the magic word is spoken. I know those words, and I can share them with you, should you wish, or
Cool.
simply open the doors for you as I accompany
Oh, I like that option.
you. Okay.
Sounds like it's gonna be nice to have a tour guide.
Yep. You were so close to him from the very start, too.
What a nice guy this Lich is. You know, you hear such bad things about Liches, but this guy's just swell.
He is.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Asarak?
He smiles and says, "Ah, how is he doing?" Uh, um, what was I going to say? No, I think Amnon was going to say something.
Oh yeah, I want to. I don't know how hidden are these doors. Like, were they meant that like this guy want to clearly hide them from people?
Um, this one is pretty well hidden, and um, the area seems to have been unused for a bit. This one here seems to be a little less hidden, with maybe uh, some traces on the floor suggesting that it was a relatively used passage compared to the other one.
Okay. I don't know if I want to like tell the group that I found these, if this guy will react weirdly or not. He's been pretty nice so far, so I could just ask him. They're like, "What's with these doors?"
You want to ask him?
Sure.
Okay. He says, "Ah, you found my secret passage. Well, all right. Come with me. Let me show you." And he goes this way, opens this door, and beckons you to follow.
We're not gonna die in here, are we?
Well, it's up to you.
I think we made it this far. I'm sure we're fine.
You get in here. It's just one small corridor that seems to be leading to a dead end, just a closed um, room that is filled with dust and cobwebs. And he turns at you, Amnon, and says, "You might need to dust off this place as well." And then he pushes on the wall, and a second door opens here. and you see, as you approach it, you can see some sort of shimmering between where you are and the other side. And it's well lit. There doesn't seem to be any dust on the ground. It looks quite different. And as you enter, you can feel this shimmering air go through you, or you go through it, and you feel something change. The air is different. The air changes, and you find yourself in a library. It seems. Give me a second here. Where's
And to me without my library card.
Ozzy, I moved you because you were on my note that was hidden. All right, so uh, you find yourself in this huge library. While this library seems small at first glance, you quickly find that the ceiling is so high you cannot spot its end. 6 immense black marble bookcases line the walls and stretch up into unending heights. Each shelf on each bookcase is filled with well-preserved tomes and carefully stacked scrolls. The amount of knowledge stored within this single room seems unfathomable. Dozens of floating copper lanterns light the room, hovering at various heights throughout the library. To the north, a black marble railing encloses an amber staircase that spirals gently down to a lower level. Embroidered rugs, chairs, and lit candelabras fill the center of the room. So a center bids you to enter and says, "Welcome to my library." And he looks up where you can see these high columns of books going all the way to the top of the mountain potentially. Yeah, you don't know just how far it goes. It says, "All knowledge that I have acquired in the last centuries, at least until I lost my memory, I have carefully preserved here. You are free to roam this place, look for books, read books. Some are locked.
Some are locked.
Yes. Some hold secrets, you understand, so you might not be able to read all of them."
Can you point me to notable books, like your favorites?
He takes his hand and points upward and does little circles in the air, and then smiles.
This is upwards, like
Meaning, like, there
everywhere.
are like notable books everywhere. Um, this place is enchanted. My books are safe from rot and degradation. You will find them pristine, but do not take them beyond the confines of this room, as time will catch up with them and they may rot and fall to dust. While you are within this room, time flows differently, which is how this place has remained as if not touched by the passage of time. You can stay here and read, catch up on your knowledge, and if you need me, you know where to find me. Do you have any questions for me?
Um, Amnon, are you the type of warlock that has a spell book?
Yes,
Can you transcribe spells into it?
yes, I can. But it costs money.
Do you have the materials?
No, I don't.
Xanther, do you happen to have the materials uh, so that my friend Amnon here can maybe transcribe a spell or two while we are here in this place of learning?
Hmm. Well, it would be pretty stupid to have this library and no parchment, wouldn't it?
Well, I get my inspiration from a divine nature, so I don't know if it takes a special kind of parchment and ink. I don't. These are things that
Yes.
I don't really fuss with.
Well, your friend might know, but yes, you would need special ink and parchment. Not particularly special, but more like of high enough quality. I do have that here. You will find it in this bottom row of this uh, shelf or whatever. Um, Feel free to use as much as you might need. And if you are looking for spells, all of the spells of the world are available in this library.
If
Oh,
we
jeez.
if we were to respectfully, you mentioned not to take the books outside because the age would catch up to them, right?
Yes.
If we were to utilize the parchment here and add some handy dandy spells to our good friend Amnon here's book, would those pages also decay were we to leave?
Well, there is only one way to find out, isn't it? Or isn't there?
So I'm gonna walk up and grab a piece of parchment and some ink and write like and sign my name on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna walk outside
The
into
the
like his bedroom.
parchment degrades. It becomes old. Some of it turns to dust in your hand and rots away. Um, but, and this is a little meta, you feel like you know how to sign your name a little easier now. Um, so to make the rules here, in this library, time will pass differently. This is my way of giving Iron the time she needs to do
I
that
was
6 day.
hoping.
Yeah.
Yay!
That you can use that time to study. You can also find every single book in the PHB and extensions in this library. And so if you want any spell from any class, it's available to you if should you wish to transcribe it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But
To,
if he walks outside, does it stay in his book?
So
again,
my book won't decay, right?
your book won't decay. You can use the
Oh,
parchment
okay.
and ink to because the parchment and ink is for you to and the cost also in materials, the 100 gold or 50 is the cost for you to test and try and experiment until you learn the spell. So um, you would have been able to learn the spell using that parchment. Once you get out, you lose that parchment. You would have a copy on your spell book that would be partially degraded because of the ink and all that. So I will make it so it would take you a marginal amount of time to relearn those spells and only 10% of the cost once you get out of here. So that would
Okay.
be my gift to you.
That'd be great. So it says it takes two. I think it's 2 hours per level of spell.
It won't matter because you're
Something.
here for a few days anyway, because times like you can spend a month here and then go out and time
Like a
hasn't
minute has
passed.
passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why
So
Iron is going to spend
we're
the
in the
next six
time loop.
days. Yeah, you're in time loop, so you're fine. So and by the way, you can also take your long rest here, and yeah, that's why I told you you
And
don't
we're
need a
level
long
10?
rest right now. And yes, I'll get you to level 10 with this
Sweet.
place because you're
Yay!
going to be learning so much stuff, and you did well. You did the first floor entirely. You still have the second floor to go, but you did enough to warrant you that level 10.
Can
With
we
the Ember
say
Temple.
over the 3 days that we're in here, maybe Iron, because our host has been so gracious,
Mhm.
can you use some like because we're basically not just getting one, we're getting like 8 long rests. So can you use another restoration spell to
Mhm.
That's
mend
100 gold
our new?
in diamond dust.
Yeah,
But yes,
I'll reduce it right now. Yeah, I did. I took the other 100. Let me take another 100 out.
Cool.
I'll
He's
take it.
now a full challenge 27 or whatever, 21 lich. He was a reduced before. He could have you could have fight if could have had a fight with him if you had attacked. He would have been a lower challenge rating, not knowing any of his spells. And he had lower HP. Now he's full HP, all his spells, and all his memory, which gives you a shit ton of advantages because lots of knowledge. So yeah,
Yay!
That's really cool.
yeah. I was surprised when Iron said,
Woo!
"What? Oh, for
Oh,
HP?
nice.
You rolled this hit dice.
Oh, sure. You can do your level ups right now if you want. And yeah, you can take your long rest now. You can do your level ups and all of that stuff. You do notice also while you're there that there is a door on this side, which is a secret door. But since you're inside the thing, you can see that it's a plain door from this side of it. That was the second entrance into this place. There are
No,
three
is this the one
entrances.
that I saw through the wall or whatever?
What?
Is this the secret door that I saw when I was over here using my wand?
Yeah, that was such a
Yeah, I get.
you,
Yeah.
you saw the one that was like right here, but when you were here, there were three within your range. There were three secret doors. There was this one, there was the one in the statue, and there was this one that got you downstairs. And the book says it points you to the closer one. And they were both closer than the other, and that's where I broke the rules a little bit and told you it points to this door here instead of these.
Mhm.
And Ozzy, who wanted to just bust the wall and go through, that would not have been as satisfying. So that's why I also didn't allow that.
For sure. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, you found Exitenter and you became a friend with a lich. And Ozzy, I was so like it was so hard to prevent myself from laughing or spoiling anything whenever you kept saying, "Oh, I hope there's not gonna be lich." Like I'm so tired of liches after your game, A Tomb of Annihilation. I was like, "Oh my god, there is one." And then when you saw the Arcana lot, you're like, "Ah, there better not be a lich in here." I'm like, "Yeah, there is one."
I know, but what would be the odds that we ran into the
Both.
icon of whatever, like literally session to session? Like that was like we literally killed one, and then our next session in here we face one.
Yeah, it could have happened. But you guys chose a different route, but yeah, I mean, you could have done, hey, let's see, instead of going like downstairs, it's dangerous. Instead of like climbing through the rope and trying to fight this thing, let's go around and go try that other door and do the ramp thing, and it would have happened, right? But yeah,
So, for my wisdom thing,
yes.
do I just increase my wisdom total?
Yeah, if you edit it, I think you can have like a custom modifier or magical modifier or something like that. And with it, you can.
Oh, I don't know how to do that part.
So if you go to like edit character or manage levels or whatever, and then you go, let me check, to abilities. Actually,
Okay,
you
oh
wouldn't
yeah.
even need, yeah.
Okay, so I just increase my wisdom there.
No, you like in the wisdom at the bottom. There's other modifier, and you just
Oh, and
put
add
2
to
there. Yeah,
that.
yeah. So it's +2, right?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. So yeah, now you have a wisdom of 20.
Oh, I didn't save. Where'd it go?
All right, I think it's a great place to stop for today. For the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna actually be here for long enough that he's gonna be like, I have the entire player handbook and all expansions in my. I think he walks out with this fat spell book.
Technically, no, because I think he can only copy ones that he has a level for. So like at level 10, let me check.
I thought you can copy them into your book. You just can't,
Nope.
like,
You can only
you.
copy, because to copy them in your spell book, you need to experiment and test and learn them, right?
Oh.
So you need to have the ability to learn them in the first place. So yeah, he would only be able to copy spells up to level. Let me see, level 10. That gives you 5th level. Yeah.
That's the highest I can ever go. Is level.
But if you
5th
had a
level.
wizard, yeah, if you had a wizard with you, he'd be
He
going
wet his
crazy.
pants.
Oh yeah, he would be going crazy. Absolutely.
Oh, this is really cool. I have to do a lot of research.
Yeah, yeah. Have fun doing all of that. But yeah,
God,
I was
it's so.
surprised Iron wanted to heal the Lich. Like Ozzy, I was. It was so funny when you freaked out when you saw it. But then I was like, I hope they're not gonna like start fighting right away.
I know.
Thankfully,
We've
you
had a
didn't.
fair
But I wasn't
share of
expecting you
fighting.
to actually create your restoration.
Well, you said it lost its memory. So she's a cleric of good. Like, she's always going to try to do good.
Yeah, but I mean, he's undead, and he might be. You restore his memory, and suddenly he attacks you because, now I know that I'm evil.
I was super nervous.
I know.
I was very nervous. I was like,
I know.
no.
It was funny. And Amnon dusting around.
I'm surprised that worked even.
Well, he was, a little dumb because he lost his memory, so I played it like that, and you had a good persuasion check, so I was like, oh, sure. It needed dusting anyway.
By the way, officially, you now, if you're within 10 feet of me, you are immune to being frightened.
Nice.
Oh wow,
I'm
that's
gonna
pretty
stop
cool.
my stream. But
Not only do you get +5 on all saving throws, but you're immune to being the frightened status. I have an aura now.
Nice.
To those following on Twitch, thank you for watching.
Oh, that's cool.
Hope you enjoyed it, and see you Monday.
Okay,